Okay, now Julie had a question about that. I think it was called perspective stripping. And I thought it was a great uh, topic, a great tutorial. So I'm going to create just a tiny, uh, let's say 100 by 100. I'm just going to make a tile to fill and we will play with it. And you'll see it's going to be fun. I'm pretty sure I'm going to see a lot of that. So I'll just use my selection tool using the custom. I'll start with 0 up to 5 pixels. I'll fill that with white. Okay. Now let's go back to the selection. I'll go from 5 to 50 and I'll make it a light gray. I guess I could use any color, but I'll just use gray. I'll make another 5 pixels, so I'll start at 50, going to 55. I'll make that white. Oops. White. And I'll go now from 55 to the 100, which is the bottom, and I'll make it a slightly darker. Whoops, what did I do there? Ah, from 55 to 100. There, and I'm going to make that slightly darker gray. Okay, so this is going to be used as a seamless pattern. Let's open a larger image. I'm just going to use 1800, but you'll see you can use the same thing for a full size if you want. So in my materials palette, I'll go and click on the foreground. It's a little bit slow, that's why I'm not using such a big image. In the patterns, so I'm going to image 29 and the scale around 100%, and I'll fill that. So this is my starting point. Now I'm going to do something I rarely do, and it is going to tab document. And the only reason I want to do that is because I want to have as much space around to play. And I'm going to zoom out so that my image is quite small. And using now the pick tool, I'll choose the perspective mode and I simply enlarge there. And look at that great effect that I get. And if I wanted to have, like right now, it's going toward the center. If I want to change that, I can just use the shear or hold the shift key and I could go up like this. The problem on this point is that I'm kind of stuck here. So instead of moving that side, which is exactly the right side, I'm going to move the left side. And you can see how the perspective changes. It is so simple, and you can do that using a tile of any color. And you can also, if you want, let's zoom back in to, you can also use the magic wand and select gray. You uncheck the contiguous and choose the RGB. You can choose all the grays. like this. Well, I guess my tolerance is a little too much. So all the dark ones, and maybe I want to change that to yellow. Look at that. It is so simple, but I think the effects is great. And you can do it sideways, like I use the lines horizontally, but I could do the same thing vertically. Let's do it, actually. It's just going to be fun to try. I'm going to hide this one. I'll go back to the pattern, the same pattern I had, but I'm going to angle it at 90 degrees. Let's fill. Going to the pick tool, perspective, and look at that. So you don't even have to use the pen tool for that. I know that someone made a demo with the pen tool, but I went a little uh, lazier and just used a tile that I made like this. So I was using something that was very regular. So 5, then 45 in width, 5 and 45, but I could go completely different. I could have 35 pixels on top and 60 below. Either way, you just play around, and it's the effect that you are going to get is with that perspective, and then you can change. Look at how we can do something like this. So are we going to see that? I might actually add this kind of design in the tutorials for the lab. And it is very, very simple, but the effect is quite stunning. Hey there! I hope you found this information helpful. If you're curious to dive deeper and explore more about PaintShop Pro, we've got a wealth of resources waiting for you in our membership area. There, you'll find in-depth classes, workshops, Q&A sessions, and much more to help you enhance your PaintShop Pro and digital scrapbooking skills. Feel free to check it out. The link is in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the campus!